Wait, is this the actual episode?
This is the actual honest.
Oh, this is gonna work because I forgot everything that happened in this episode.
All aboard!
Hey! Huh? Oops! What? Wow! Yeah!
Welcome, everybody, to Take 2 of episode 33 of Where Streams Come True, the show where we suffer through the entire good and bad of Disney+. I am your host, Collins, and joining me today are my guests, Cameron and Josh.
Hello.
Hi. I will address the elephant in the room. There was no episode last other week. This releases every other week. There was no episode because TriCaster ate the episode, so we are re-recording it. Hopefully less heavy on anecdotes and tangents from my childhood.
Which, though, admittedly, that was one of the fun parts.
Yeah. Oh, I might tell a few of them. We have
the actual episodes.
You know, I could just pull up
didn't.
Disney Plus and have it play. But no, because then YouTube would get mad at us. But YouTube is allowing this, so I will.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube is allowing this to be up, so I'm assuming it's going to be okay with a smaller version of it being up.
And also
probably.
no audio.
And also no audio, yeah.
Anyway.
I love the one...
Is it a gray kid?
I think he's supposed to be Asian.
No.
Oh, God.
Anyway, this week we watched Recess, the 1997 animated series by director Chuck Sheets and Paul Germain. Recess portrays the lives of 6 fourth graders at 3rd Street Elementary School. 3rd Street. Do you think they have a gang sign for 3rd Street?
100%.
That's like...
in this universe? 100%. 100% in this universe. This is an inner city
Those
school.
kids
What are you
aren't.
talking
Yeah,
about?
they're not gonna grow up to like go to like any sort of career. They're just going straight on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These kids go to college? Hell no.
There is no 3rd Street College. What did he... Oh, he ate a cookie.
That's right. That's the worst part.
These kids look a...
Where students have set up a microcosm of traditional human society complete with its own government class system instead of unwritten laws, aside from the laws that are written.
Yeah.
In episode 3.
Makes you wonder
the
how
whole...
much,
when he pulls out the Constitution.
makes you wonder what nerd sat down and was like, I'm going to write a law code for
Yeah.
I wasn't the nerd, but we had stuff like that when I was in school.
I would have been that nerd, admittedly.
Yeah.
I would have been.
Like, we had, like, the rules, the self-imposed rules, the playground. We'll talk about it later, but, yeah, there's... I'll tell the whole King of the Playground story when we get to it.
Yeah.
I'll try to be more efficient with it. So, initial thoughts, even though it's been a little bit since we watched this. Go.
Wait, this is the one where he's in the cafeteria?
Just initial thoughts of the whole thing.
Oh.
It's real rough.
I can't... It's real rough. It's more problematic than I was...
Oh, God,
Yes.
yeah.
I was anticipating.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to
Perfect
talk
timing.
about that.
Oh my gosh. You probably shouldn't have pulled up the
Can
episode.
I put up captions?
I doubt they have
Yeah.
captions, man.
They can't see that because that's hidden by the couch and the laptop.
Is it?
But if you drop this
Actually,
down,
it's working.
people might see it.
Okay. Just hear a crack in your... There we go.
This is actually...
So what does the Guru Kid say to them?
He
It's
goes,
Consider the bumblebee alone... Oh.
Oh, there's no periods.
That's an interesting camera movement, though.
That
You mean the punch
Oh
in
my
and
gosh,
then
they have a
digital
sign
pull
that
out?
says China or bust.
Yeah. Did you miss that?
I missed that.
Last time? Yeah, they're actively digging to China for some reason.
Well, they got there. Anyway,
We're gonna talk about it all.
I feel like it's marinated a bit since we watched it. It's a little less fresh,
Yeah.
and I'm able to look at it a little more objectively and a little more. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I liked one. There was one episode I liked.
Yeah. There's like one episode that's quality.
Yeah.
And
The rest is
the other 3 that we watched are pretty bad.
I think they're all garbage.
Yeah, even the 4th one. The 4th one is marred. Like, the one good one is marred by that one thing that we talked about.
Oh, the sponge bath.
Ah!
Exactly.
I blocked that out of my memory.
Oh, did you wipe my card before you started recording?
No, I didn't, but it said 600 minutes.
Okay, we're probably fine then. I don't know if it's
If this
probably...
takes 600 minutes, there's been a problem.
If we
Oh,
go
yeah.
over
We got
100
the
minutes, I'm
kindergartners
out.
as well, which are a stereotype. Oh, come on.
There's a lot going on there. Like, just holding up something shiny.
And, as
And who's
always,
it gonna be?
It's
Yay,
Cody!
Cody!
Sorry, interrupting.
Cody, do you like the show Recess?
From what I saw as a kid, yeah, I did.
Well, this show is garbage.
What are your thoughts on Guru, kid?
Yeah, there's a...
What do you want?
Nothing, I'm just grabbing stuff.
Oh, okay.
Pardon for interrupting.
He just walked up and put his hands on his hips like, okay.
It's like, get off my stage. Oh yeah, this is
Okay,
way
okay,
faster.
we're good. We start with episode.
Yeah.
So I organized these into actual
10 minutes
released
long.
episodes. Disney Plus groups 2 episodes into one, like they do most shows.
because Disney Plus is dumb.
Yes, because
Yeah.
Disney Plus is dumb and they did not put them in release order. But here we go. Episode 1, The Break-In. The main characters are introduced complaining about the lunch food, which is able to melt Vince's spoon. They plan to break into the back of the lunchroom and find the good food they have been keeping from the kids. They obviously have been keeping from the kids, I should say.
Yeah.
TJ makes his way back and finds a golden refrigerator labeled the good food. He touches it and alarms. Wow, I have a lot of spelling errors that I'm just now noticing. Go off as he is caught by Finster. Finster takes TJ up to a balcony and berates him in front of the entire school. She sentences him to no recess to the shock of the students.
Wow. So shocking. No more recess.
As I said last time,
I remember when I was a kid,
Yes.
you wouldn't get recess if you couldn't finish your math quick enough because we had math right before recess. So you had to like finish your math before you went to recess. So we would all be like, and then we would rush out the door.
I had one teacher that would do that to me. Just me. If I didn't finish my work on time, I would.
This is the one that hated you.
This is the one that hated me. Yeah, my
Yeah.
second grade teacher. And I would miss the bus because she would keep me after school.
Oh, jeez. Look at this dude.
Look at that.
Freaking
What?
That dude.
John McClane looking.
But I remember in 4th grade, we had like not recess, but there was like a half free day or something. That was like on Fridays or something. That like if you got to the end of the weekend, you had no missing assignments. You got to like spend an hour on one of the computers.
Oh.
And that was the best grades I ever got in elementary school. I would get everything in, and then I would go in, and I would go to Bionicle.com.
Oh
and
my
just spend
gosh.
my time there. I wonder what...
You
I
didn't
wonder
like
what that
play
looks like.
games or something?
They had games on there. What
You
if I go to
may have to go to the
Bionicle.com?
Wayback Machine for this.
No!
Yeah, that's not going to exist anymore,
No,
man.
Safari can't find the server.
Oh.
Bionicle.com is down.
They even brought back Bionicle for like a year. I
And it was
remember that.
garbage.
Yeah, it didn't look
The
good.
reboot was...
They
gonna
did
cry.
try and tighten up the lore, which I can appreciate, but
Tighten up the. How do you tighten up that lore?
that's true.
That's airtight. Airtight is the Bible. It's just. Are you still looking up Bionicle.com?
Yeah, I am.
What weird lore do you think exists in the setting of
Recess.
in like the universe of Recess?
Oh,
There's
Other
like
than
1,000
aliens
pages.
exist.
wow,
Aliens
that's the
exist.
end of the first episode.
No, this is the end of the first episode.
I just...
They're walking away.
Why do you think?
Where's my outline? Why do you think TJ wears a hat?
No.
Because he's a Republican.
Oh my gosh. It's a MAGA hat.
I was gonna say.
So it's
we,
red.
just, we just never see the back of it. He was just like really ahead of his time.
I was gonna say, why do you think the
Except it says manga,
Yeah.
not MAGA on it.
He always corrects
I kind of
people.
want to do that. I want to get a hat that says manga. And someone's like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "No, I just really like manga."
I bet that exists.
Oh shoot.
Anyway,
Um,
I accidentally typed in JFK. Yeah, the thought that the teachers are hiding good food from you is relatable to students.
Yes, relatable.
See,
That's this.
I never got detention though, and I think and even in high school, detention really wasn't a thing in my school. I don't know what we had.
Yeah, it's kind of an old thing. I
it's
don't.
a really old like concept.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like when I was doing like student teaching, there was like no, I take that back. They did have after school detention, kind of. But it was like for half an hour.
That's not
And I
bad.
was like, it's half an hour. Like,
Just long enough to miss the bus.
yeah, so you have to take the late bus, except
Well,
most
there's
of
a
those kids
late
could walk.
bus. Oh.
Yeah, there's a late bus at like 5:30 or something.
Oh. At my high school, if you miss the first bus, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's the sense I got.
Yeah,
from
my
it.
high school, I didn't take the bus because I got bullied. There,
At my high
done
school,
with that.
I was close enough for both high schools I went to just walk to
yeah,
and
that's
from.
nice.
Did Cody go to public school?
Yes. You
Cody, do you
Ah,
have?
neither of these two did.
I did for my high school.
Yeah, my high school too.
That's
3
different.
years.
It's
It's
true.
a whole different beast than elementary.
It is.
school.
Cody, do you
I
have a recess story you want to share?
Not really. No, I don't.
That's
Oh.
fair.
All right. Are you gonna smack somebody with that power strip?
That's a really
Get on my
long.
nerves.
It's a really long
Okay.
power strip.
The short answer is no. The long answer is no, but unless they get on my nerves, then yes.
I really hope the audio picks this up because I'm not subtitling. It'll just be like Kenny just.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Anyway, we cut to
Have a good
recess,
one.
and Randall is a rat, and he snitches on some swearing girls, which I believe are the Ashleys. The other kids check in on TJ through the window, and he begs them to break him out of detention. Finster shows up and chases them off to a dumpster, so they can't talk to him. Spinelli suggests they bust him out, and they go to ask the Guru Kid, who gives them cryptic advice about a bumblebee and stuff. And we already showed him, so we're not going to talk about the Guru Kid. He's yeah, whatever.
Talks about bees.
Yes, they figure out that they will need the help of the entire recess, all of the kids. Another kid, there's a word I was looking for there, but I couldn't find it. Another kid shows up for help on math homework and gets the same response from the Guru Kid about the bumblebee.
Guru Kid,
Guru Kid
who we've established.
Guru Kid is canceled.
Yeah, Guru Kid alone would get this show canceled.
Imagine if this aired today.
Okay, what's
Actually, I never looked up Guru Kid on the recess wiki. I need to
what's
pull that up again.
weird
I thought
is
you were
that,
kicked off
like-
of the wiki.
I did get a comment. I got my comment removed from the recess wiki.
No, the one about Spinelli.
The one about Spinelli, yeah, it got
Damn it.
removed. Snowflakes. She's gay.
Did anybody engage with that
Yeah,
comment?
someone did. Someone was like, "WTF are you talking about?" Or just what are you talking about? I don't think they swore even.
Yeah,
Look
there's
at-
no
look
way
at
they'd swear on a
Spinelli.
recess
Viewer,
wiki.
look at Spinelli right
You
there.
can't swear on the recess wiki. The mods are very aggro about that. Guru Kid. There we go.
Is this a whole nother episode?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
He's
fun.
got it on
So
the
this
playlist.
is new kid. It's
Oh
just gonna
boy, it's playing all. Okay.
So
He is shown to be wise beyond his years, seemingly foreseeing precisely what would happen in the episode Don't Ask Me. He does not approve of violence and prefers to let things unfold naturally. When he hears something unexpected, he will break from his calm attitude and speak in his natural voice to empathize his shock as seen in Tattletale Heart. So he doesn't even have that accent.
so
He has a positive relationship with most of the kids in the
Uh.
playground, but seems to harbor some resentment for the Ashleys, readily agreeing to compete against them in the Great Can Drive. Mikey hung out with him in The Breakup. Kind of. That's the episode we watched. He wears a pair of striped shorts. His turban was fashioned from his t-shirt, and he has spiritual beads. When going by his real self, Jimmy, he wears his shirt normally.
Oh my gosh.
this is so.
And he was
much
born
He
in
has a split-
1988.
He has a split personality.
He is voiced by 3 different people.
No. Are any of them
Indian.
yeah.
Only one comment, he's staring into my soul. This wiki is weird, man. Should I comment about Guru Kid? What should I say about him? Just say Guru Kid is canceled.
Yes. Okay, getting back to.
Am I gonna get? What happens if you get listeners? What happens if you get banned from a wiki? Do you get banned from like all of the wikis? or-
No, they can't do that.
they can't do that.
I don't think they can do that.
Wiki canceled you back.
This is, and if we have to re-record this a third time, and I just say something even more inflammatory on the recess wiki.
Oh my gosh.
Because apparently, look, realistically, Spinelli is gay.
We have to reestablish that for the audience.
Bionicle
Yeah.
Mask of Light, the movie got 2 stars.
Wait, did you find it? Did you find
The website, no.
Oh.
Use the Wayback Machine, I'm telling you.
Oh, I've used the Wayback Machine before
Yeah,
and
it
played the games on there.
oh, you can still play the game.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
games on
Nice.
there.
Yeah, 'cause they had like browser-based games that didn't run on Flash, so they still worked.
Do you remember
Nice.
the? Okay,
No, I don't. Go on. Are you going to talk about oneMoreLevel.com?
no,
that
I
still
was
up?
gonna say the Hero Factory that they did to replace Bionicle,
Oh my gosh, it's still up.
Hero
which
Factory?
it was so stupid. It was like robot superheroes.
Oh my gosh.
Essentially, like it was essentially their replacement for Bionicle was robot superheroes. Essentially, Hero Factory. And
Oh, Hero Factory is garbage.
yeah, it really was. It was so dumb.
Oh,
Yeah,
I probably
OneMoreLevel.com
just thought that this
is
was part of
Still up,
You
but
played it.
part of Bionicles. And I
it
was
is
like,
now
whatever.
completely defunct because Adobe Flash is defunct. So
Pour
The
one
whole
out
web-
for
the whole
Adobe
website?
Flash.
the whole website of OneMoreLevel.com is still there, but you can't play any of the games.
Oh, one more. I don't care about that.
Dude, OneMoreLevel.com was so much fun.
Oh, I don't think I ever went on.
Bible Fight, Don't Click Stick.
Okay,
Gangnam Runner.
What's the
talking about.
Yeah, back to recess.
Oh, I was gonna say talking about dumb internet games.
Oh, okay, we're still on that.
Yeah, we have to find different tangents this episode.
Do you know what the kids at the school I did my student teaching at would do? And I'm not so you know how Google has like the sketches, like for every day.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is
so
the
some of
Hanukkah?
those are games,
Yeah.
right? So what they would do is they would look up on Google some of these games. Like they had a Pac-Man one once, so they would just look it up and they'd play Pac-Man.
From the
On
Google thing,
Google.
instead of just actually looking up a free Pac-Man that's already on Google.
Yeah,
That's so
like a Google-made
stupid.
Pac-Man.
Oh,
We would catch them because
Tower Defense.
they weren't smart. So we would catch them and I'd be like, what are you doing?
go to Miniclip.
No. See, the reason that they would only do it through Google is because the school couldn't block
Right.
Google,
Yeah.
but it could block literally everything else for trying to play games.
I remember at my high school, they could block stuff, but if you made it an HTTPS, you could get through.
Oh, nice.
That's
Yeah, like they
clever.
had YouTube blocked, and you would
went,
just
"Dude."
type in the S. You're on YouTube now. And like the teachers knew that. So like when they needed you to look something up for class, they'd be like, oh, you know how to get to YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
Good
Pour one out
times.
for the teachers who were just like, who were like, yeah, you know what? I
Like,
know you can do this.
You know, like
realistically,
the reason that they have, like, it's ostensibly a good reason that they have the blockers out there because they
Yeah.
don't want kids looking up porn. But honestly, you're only going to need to deal with like one kid
yeah.
doing that at school.
You only have
You're
to
not.
deal
It's
with
not
that
going to
kid.
be a systemic problem of kids
No.
looking at porn. It's going to be like one kid,
Because you're
Yeah.
gonna get that one kid,
and then you're going
like,
to deal with
every
them.
year, and the rest of the kids are gonna be like, "Shoot, you can't do that." They will.
They are
catch
going to
it.
shun them,
Oh yeah,
or let's be honest, probably him.
yeah. Realistically, that would be a kid. That would be a guy.
Yeah. I don't remember if there was never a porn incident at school. I don't think this is an appropriate tangent to
It's
keep going.
not. We're gonna have to cut this one.
The kids ask the digger kids, which
We got to find a better word. The kid, like,
that's
Them
no,
diggers?
They're called the diggers.
Can we
In-
call them the Mole Children?
I like
Is
diggers.
that- is
Oh, in the very last episode, they fill up their hole.
Yeah?
that wrong? So I guess they just give up the bit? What?
Yeah, in the very last episode
Well, they
of the
found
show.
China, so they're just gonna.
Okay, but like they found China in the first one, so why do they take until the last one?
They're gonna graduate.
I don't know,
Here's a-
because they expanded the joke. Let's keep going. We're just gonna call them the tunnelers.
Yeah.
And they begin fighting instead of helping. They then go to the swinging kid who injures herself before they can ask for help. They then go to the kindergartners who have tied a kid to the pole. The kindergartners are also canceled.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Chinese kindergartners even more so.
The kindergartners are
Jeez, Mikey and his terrifying face.
it really is.
Oh, hey, that's terrifying too.
You know what?
All these
TJ
kids are scary looking.
TJ is definitely wearing like a Ronald Reagan for president baseball cap that he got from like his dad.
It just says, "I am not a criminal."
It's a Nixon hat. Oh god.
That's I'm not a crook.
Oh, yeah.
Reagan is I am not a war criminal. I promise.
I promise.
Oliver North. Who?
Oh my goodness. Gretchen tries to bribe the kindergartners with tinfoil. The kindergartners simply try to eat them. They then go to King Bob to ask his help. He refuses, and Spinelli threatens him with violence, as she does everybody in the show, and insults him, and Gretchen begins a motivational scene where they all accept that they are all some dumb kid. King Bob is moved, like he is every time they talk to him, and orders the playground to help bring out TJ. So, King of the Playground.
He seems to be moved a lot.
Oh, here's the
Very emotional.
Here's the sex scene of
Oh yes.
Recess.
Ew.
The eye twitch on the, that's like a that's coming back, the biting the lower lip. Then he touches her shoulder.
Yeah, like this part, I was like, oh my gosh.
This is
This is great. Just tongue. Ah! And then he's got a white streak in his hair because he was traumatized. Anyway, we're not there yet. Swing Kid creates a rope. Geez, I spelled creates with a G at the begining. What was wrong with me?
Creates. Swing Kid creates a rope.
To the, honestly, this is my fault. I'm going to read my typos as they come. To the kindergartners, an upside-down girl climbs up and down the ceiling tiles. She swings to unlock the outside door, and Gretchen uses the tomato soup to melt the hinges on the door. They then get inside the detention room, and TJ has already freed himself, and they are caught by Finster. All just as the recess bell rings, the kids apologize after school for failing, and TJ compliments them for trying. The tunnelers then have dug themselves all the way to China and are attacked by Chinese kindergartners. End of episode.
I like how Finster.
I don't remember my
It's
moment
like-
of the episode from last time.
I like how Finster is like
I totally interrupted you then.
totally chill with the fact that they just broke into the school.
Because recess is over anyway.
Yeah, she's like,
Her-
whatever.
what's fun is that her issue
Sup,
is
you little
more,
punks?
Yeah.
What's fun is that her issue is more that they were trying to free TJ than the like active damage they caused to
Yeah.
the school property.
True. They melted the hinges off of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
they're-
can't
she's
close
like,
that door
oh
anymore.
well, recess is over now.
You losers. I remember occasionally wanting to stay inside for recess, but knowing I'd get picked on, so I would go out regardless and sometimes just walk around by myself.
Oh my gosh.
That was depressing.
Is that when you were the
Oh,
straggler? Yeah.
No, that was a different thing. So, as per King Bob, when I was in elementary school and I was in 4th grade, we got a shipment of hula hoops for exercise purposes, and thus began the ring wars, which the hula hoops were used as weapons. The bigger the hula hoop, the cooler you were. So everyone would rush to recess to try and grab one of the bigger ones. And there were 2 kings, King Yoshi and King Wanahakalugi. If you were not a part of either army, you were called a straggler. I was in Disneyland when this all started, so I got back. I was the only one. I got beat up by hula hoops. I joined King Yoshi's army, and then a week later, all the hula hoops were confiscated. So it was very short-lived, but ingrained in my memory because straggler became my nickname and my username. to this day.
So, did anybody actually use the hula hoops for the real reason you use them?
I'm sure some kids did.
I bet.
Like, you'd think that the stereotype would be all the boys were using the hula hoops as weapons and all the girls were using them properly, but no, it was pretty intersex with the armies. And the beating up of other kids with hula hoops.
Little kids are
Like,
vicious.
dude, the catching the end of a hula hoop to the face stings.
Ooh.
Or like two people would like put their hula hoops over you and then pull.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna.
That's how they would capture you. There's TJ. He's got to kiss Spinelli, who's
Oh, this is so good. And he's
Not
like, oh,
into
my
boys."
hockey puck. And then, oh, my monkey.
Hey, do you think TJ plays basketball?
No way.
I think TJ knows how to play basketball.
But you don't think he does? Not like
And
Vince.
she's got a Godzilla.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
awesome. That's timely.
I just love that.
Spinelli is clearly
I love these.
a Godzilla
There were
fan.
these two kids just like tossing a ball
Over
back and
college.
forth. Anyway, moment of the episode. Rapid fire.
Mine
Burped.
is when
Rapid fire. Go.
Mine is when TJ takes his jacket and hat off to, I guess, make himself more aerodynamic, so he can
Slide
squeeze
through the
out
window.
of the window. Yeah.
I mean, I want to know
That's
how
fun.
he gets out because he like comes out of a different building. Or, like,
Yeah.
the other side of the building.
He, like, totally
Because
Assassin's
they
Creed
see
it.
him come out from the window from the other side
I
of it.
bet what it is that like he found a door that was open. Like
sure,
he
we
finally
could-
tried an
He just
interior
found a
door.
portal
I'm
and
gonna
gun?
just, like-
rewind it to see.
Is
You'll have
this
to go
still
to
the
the-
episode?
Yeah, you'll have to hit that one.
The boys' room. Wow, that kid was really good.
Go. Yeah.
I gotta go to the break-in. Ashley Home Store, not a sponsor. Because I am curious to see.
Ashley
'cause I
Home
don't
Store, if you
quite-
want a sponsor though, like
Okay, so
We
let's
don't
see
want
here.
you
They
back. No, I'm kidding.
they use the acid on the door. They get into the room. They see his clothes. They look out. Yes, and he drops down from the roof. I thought he like climbed out of the storm drain. No, he drops down from the roof. Anyway, okay, cool. I'm just gonna let it play.
Rewatch
That's
it.
my moment of the episode now. Is him dropping out of the sky.
My moment is the Gollum kid eating
Randall.
the cookie. Yeah,
Randall?
yeah. When
Randall
he
eating that
eats
cookie?
the cookie, it's just so good. I love it.
Look how high he dropped from.
I know. He like
TJ is
Bro-
actually
he
a
just
superhero.
Completely shattered his ankles, and that's why he's screaming no at the end.
yeah.
Like she tells him, like, "Oh, like recess is over," and he doesn't really hear it. He's just like feeling the bones snap under his legs. He just, ah! Oh, specifically Beijing.
That's real racist.
There are no other places in China, I guess. And like, there's those kindergartners. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I thought they were dressed the same. No, they're like, oh, they dive into the hole.
Yeah, they're giving
No wonder they
chase.
cover it back up.
And we begin with the new kid. The kids are in a biology class
The
and
new
enact some sort of
kid
plan.
in town.
Gretchen distracts the teacher with a super specific science question, and Vince breaks into her desk and takes a key that he throws to Spinelli. She and a bunch of other kids climb on top of Mikey. Spinelli unlocks the clock and messes with the time to trigger recess early, because that's how that works apparently. The kids go to leave, and an army lieutenant arrives to drop his son Gustav off at school. The teacher tells Gus to introduce himself, who gives a typically depressing army kid story about how he's been to several schools and has no friends. Sorry, army kids, but you know it's true. TJ
Ooh.
pulls. I knew an army kid, and that was accurate. TJ pulls Gus away before he is able to spell that it isn't actually 10 o'clock yet, and she's all like, "Oh, you know the solar-powered watch, or whatever."
Yeah.
And for some reason, yeah, pushing.
Yeah, they're all connected somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Which I'm sure
gosh.
that's how kids would feel about it, maybe.
This is definitely a show that's like looking more at like that's
How
done from the
kids
perspective of
view
how
recess?
kids view things.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you can just like
You
Yeah.
could just climb through the vents and jump
Go
off the
on.
roof.
yeah.
Break your chins.
Oh, like-
Fine.
I remember trying to climb to the roof of this school, always.
You ever tried to climb just a wall? We had
Yeah.
a brick wall at my elementary, and you'd like try
Absolutely.
and climb that, and you're like sticking your fingers in it, and you're like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did we finish the whole thing? That was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
The kids then begin to give Gus a tour of the playground. Vince berates TJ about talking to a new kid before 48 hours, which is a rule apparently. They warn him about the kindergartners, and Gus begins crying, which he reveals is because no one has ever been this nice to him before. Not even his own father, I guess.
Where's
Drumming begins
dead,
as
probably.
the 6th graders arrive on the playground. Gus says that he's a new kid, and King Bob relieves the former new kid of his role and gives him his name back, dubbing Gus as the new kid, saying that he can only be referred to as new kid. He is trampled by other kids in front of the bus and not given a place to sit aside from the labeled seat at the back of the bus, which, as we discussed before,
It's the
is
best.
where you want to sit because
Yeah.
it's the furthest away from any teacher or bus driver.
Mhm.
And then I told this story about I had a bus driver slam on the brakes and injure a bunch of kids.
And apparently they didn't report on it. Or I guess they did,
They
but
did.
They did.
You
I
just
was
can't
on
find
the
it now.
news.
it's just still
And
not
I think
there.
we taped it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if we still have it, but we VCR like recorded on a videotape when the news was playing, and I was and I was getting interviewed, and I freaking like lift up my shirt to show the bruise I have. But they're like, no, don't lift your shirt.
Oh
on
my
camera.
gosh.
Hey, y'all, look at this.
Oh,
Look
that's
what
so
happened to
good.
me.
I love
Like I
that.
got like, and I got hit here, and I just.
What is it?
I wonder if I Google if I Google myself, that won't come up.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Or just
I
do
tried
Twitter.
searching for it before and I couldn't. Then the next day, the teacher calls him new kid at attendance. He is not picked for a kickball game due to his new kid status. Back at Gus's house, the new kid has been taped over his name in the bathroom. Geez, getting picked last for a freaking sports game. That brings back bad memories. I don't know if you ever had that, but it was the thing where like you'd have the two captains of the teams, and then they take turns picking people, and there's always the dread that you'd be picked last.
Yeah.
And I was the brief time I tried playing basketball with the other kids, I was always picked last, and then they would just never pass to me, so I would just be running around doing nothing. And I remember like telling one of my friends like, you need to pass to me just once, and he did, and I don't remember what happened, and then he was like, okay, we're not doing it
You
again.
dropped
Oh
it.
my gosh.
He was not a good friend.
I never had that fear because I was very athletic. So
Jesus, one year he had this whole freaking stint he was on about how he was better at me than everything, and he would bring that up every time I went to school, and he was like, go on, name 5 things you're better at me.
oh my gosh.
And I couldn't. Because you don't know how to do many things that age.
Right. Well, there's the new kid back of the bus.
Gus! Yeah,
Look,
back
and
in
there's
the-
another seat that's in front of us. So there's like
He
a
could've
couple
gone,
seats
yeah.
back. That's like even better.
Oh yeah, here's the kickball. Kickball's fun though. I was and still am pretty darn good at kickball. I'm not especially a powerful kicker, but I'm an unpredictable kicker because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm pretty good at just kicking it in a weird direction. And it's easier to catch than baseball. I did play baseball in elementary school, and it was boring, and I would just like sit in the ground and play in the dirt.
Oh, you were in the outfield?
He always sent me to the outfield, and it made me so mad. Like I went and I was like, I want to be a shortstop, just like I had a favorite baseball player who was a shortstop. I don't remember who it was though. Nope, don't remember. Some
Okay.
guy. He has a disease named after him.
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig was my favorite baseball player as a kid, and he
Wow.
was a shortstop, and I wanted to be a shortstop, and the adult coach, whatever, always put me in the outfield. And I just never got to do anything. And then if someone did manage to hit it out that far, I would get blamed for how many bases they got.
Oh my
I-
gosh, yeah.
So this is a thing. I think that's common among all baseball players because I saw a video of like a pro who there was a game happening, and the dude's just like walking around in the outfield, and a kid takes and has a like ball and glove and tosses him the ball. Guy catches it. He like looks at like the game that's actually happening. He's just playing
There's
catch with
this-
this kid.
No way.
I'm not kidding.
There's this one guy that I saw a TikTok series about who like would straight up like if he was in the outfield and if he saw like a dog in the stands, he would just like wander off and go pet the dog, or like if a fire truck drove by, he would like run
I
to go
heard about
follow
this.
it.
Oh my gosh.
And he wrestled an alligator once or something. Dude was legendary.
That's the kind of guy where you're like, I want to be friends with you just because
If he got
you're
bored,
so
he would just leave.
I remember hearing about this guy.
What is happening? He's
They're,
like, and he punches him or something.
Yeah, they're mugging him on the bus.
They still make him sit in the back, but
Yeah.
they put Gus on.
Like that's supposed to make it better.
Cody.
Hello? Is that Cody?
What hath thee done? It's Morse code. He needs our help.
It's Morse code and it's just slurs. That's a new one. Okay. The next day,
started
Mikey
going with this
tries to cheer up Gus, but he goes off alone to mope. TJ comes with an idea to give him his name back. He can't remember it himself. The name, that is, not the plan. The next day, the kids begin to operate in Operation Gustav. Mikey and TJ go on by his name on the way to school really weirdly, as well as the bus driver and all the kids on the bus, which is also cult. This whole thing is very cult.
Yeah.
A billboard says his name and a red carpet is laid out for him, and a plane flies by with his name on a banner. I didn't put a space between on and a
Anna.
because I'm an idiot. All the kids sing, and there's a banner and a statue of him in front of the school.
Vince, strangely, is the one who organizes the kids singing.
Oh yeah.
He's the musical kid, I guess.
Even though he's the basketball kid.
Yeah. I would imagine Gus maybe being like the band geek.
Yeah. He has the look of the band geek.
Yeah.
Band geek / junior ROTC.
Mhm.
Both.
Both. You can be both? What?
Yeah, he'll
I thought you could
he'll-
only be in one
He'll
clique.
join Army Band.
Army band? Jeez, Army band sounds like doubly pretentious.
They are.
You ever heard
actually.
him play, man?
No.
I haven't either. But I assume.
I choose not to hear it when I am presented with an army band.
Oh my gosh.
The sixth graders then show up, and they all go back to calling him New Kid. Gus goes to confront King Bob and is whisper cheered on by the other kids. Right here! He gives a motivational speech. King Bob gives him his name back, and everyone cheers. The old New Kid complains, and King Bob tells him, you should have just said something. Why did the captions go off?
Because you have to do it each episode, I think, or each
Yeah.
video.
Okay, I'll have to... Yeah, and they pick him up, and are like, he's a jock. What? Oh, Kickstarter.
What?
Kickstarter.
You have a Kickstarter?
Yeah.
What's
No,
it
I don't
for?
have it. No, it's showing up on there too. What shipped?
Your Kickstarter shipped. They're shipping the
Tailspire
whole Kickstarter
isn't
to
a-
you. The entire
Tailspire
website.
was a Kickstarter.
Yeah, but
But now it's just early access.
oh,
Oh, look
So,
at that.
I mean, it says that it shipped. It's like full release, I guess.
Oh.
Not on Mac though.
Birds.
I backed that Kickstarter,
People and birds.
and it's not on Mac.
Mac
This is
functionality
forbidden.
is coming, I'm sure.
Yeah, Mac functionality is also coming for voice mod, but it's been like 2 years.
Dude, there's a third part.
Half of these are out of
We're going to
focus.
tangent. There's
Oh my gosh, the grain on that shot.
There's a third-party D&D class that I now really want to play.
What is it?
The Illrigger from from MCDM Productions.
Never heard of it.
It's basically, hey, what if you were a paladin but you swore your oath to hell?
I mean, you can do that as a paladin.
No, but it's like a whole separate class.
Sure.
It's kind of cool. Anyway,
Where was I? I am in the wrong tab.
now we're talking about.
you
we had
just
a-
gaslighted him?
Moment of the episode is the plane for me when Gretchen knows a pilot for some reason who may be her dad.
He's like really old
It's-
too.
For me, I think it's Spinelli indulging in her graffiti tendencies, which you know she has.
Yeah.
She definitely vandalizes not just that billboard. She vandalizes a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That girl's bathroom, In that school, full of it.
Oh, spoiler warning.
For what?
Yeah, for what?
The episode.
Oh,
It's giving me a spoiler
I
warning.
thought you were back on Bionicles.com.
Okay.
No.
My favorite moment was
It doesn't have there's no hyperlink or this episode was included as a bonus on the Finnish copy of Atlantis: The Lost Empire on DVD.
what are you talking about?
The new kid was
The
a
new
bonus,
kid in town?
yes, the new kid
From
episode.
the Eagles?
The new
Oh.
kid, just the episode, was a bonus feature on the DVD for Atlantis: The Lost Empire in Finnish.
What is Atlantis: The Lost Empire?
The movie.
With Milo?
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just called
Yeah,
Atlantis.
if you were in Finland and you bought a DVD of Atlantis: The Lost Empire, you could watch one episode of Recess.
That's
I
terrible.
don't hang on.
I feel like
Do you
that's a
think-
loss for the Finnish.
Yeah, do you think it would make sense to the Finns?
They'd be like, "What is this?" I
Yeah.
can't do a Finnish
Finnish
accent.
accent?
My favorite moment was when King Bob gaslights Gus.
Yeah. He really does.
In his first appearance, Gus's dad introduced himself as a Marine officer. In later episodes, he was changed to being in the Army without explanation.
You can
Thank
switch
you
between
for
services.
continuity error.
That's a thing.
You just get transferred.
I've heard of people like going from like, I think the Marines to the Army.
Jeez, the comments in this are like everyone takes this so damn seriously.
Don't mess with recess.
Don't mess with the Recess wiki.
On every article that we come across,
Should I just? Oh, if I spam comment, they're really gonna get mad.
the article for Gus, you need to say
I
this
should-
is a child. This child's the product of divorce because you like
Oh,
this kid is so sad.
Yeah, I bet
it's
his-
gotta be. I'm sorry, that
I
kid.
bet his parents are divorced.
I could see
oh,
it.
that's
Like
so good. You have to get kicked off of this.
And I bet his parents are divorced, and it's his fault.
Oh my gosh.
that's worse. Collins.
Oh, shoot.
Just look at Gus's sad face, and the dad being like, "It's your fault that your mother left me."
Oh, I bet that dad does project onto his son. That's yeah.
He 100% projects on that kid.
Yeah.
100%,
Or like
yeah.
the mother died in childbirth, and he's like, "You killed her."
Oh my gosh.
This is getting progressively darker. It was one thing when it's just like, no, they're divorced, and Gus is clearly not handling it well. It's another to do that.
Does it say parents?
Yeah, does he have parents? Is it just a parent, one parent? Because the mom clearly
What if-
left a...
Oh, asexual reproduction. Gus is just a clone
Whoa.
of his dad.
Oh.
His dad is like special. Is actually
No,
like-
there is no mother.
I'm telling you, Gus is a clone of his dad. Except Gus
I
is
like-
gonna come out way more depressed.
I kind of want to comment on Lieutenant Griswold's page and say him have flat head.
Oh my gosh.
Do it. You gotta update next episode if you've been kicked off.
I've been kicked off the Recess wiki. Oh, I feel like the mods are gonna be like, "Who is this disrespectful twerp?"
How dare he not like
most
Recess?
recent comment: him have flat head. Okay, episode 2,
No.
episode 2, part 1, the experiment. Technically.
All right.
Vince gives voiceover as a kid named Jimmy is abducted by aliens. Cut to Vince telling the story to the other kids, and the other kids compete for the weirdest story, and I don't remember what the other ones were. I need to put the captions back on.
Yeah, it was, I don't remember, it was something stupid.
There's only one we care about, other than the aliens.
Stop it.
Oh, well, that's the only one I care about.
Same. There's some
None of them believe each
Yeah.
other. Butch comes out from under the stairs. Just from under the stairs. He doesn't come out in any other way.
Yeah.
He's got a white
No one in
suit.
this show is allowed to, apparently, Recess Wiki.
Though 100%.
What happens
Spinelli.
if I search gay?
Look! Spinelli and her girlfriend Gretchen. 100%.
Search results for gay. No results found.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, you
It
know.
sounds like a really homophobic
Community.
wiki. Yeah.
A wiki that will remove your comment for voicing your opinion that Spinelli shouldn't be with TJ. Anyway, you shouldn't be shipping child characters anyway.
It's really weird.
That is kind of not okay. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite ship, and I'm like, they are 9.
Yeah.
They are 9. Don't ship them.
It's really weird.
It's just the same thing is happening with Bob's Burgers recently. Like I know there's a whole like Jimmy Jr. and Tina thing, but like that's like in show. But like people being like, oh, Louise and regular sized Rudy, that's a ship. I'm like, no, they're children.
Hey,
Also, regular sized Rudy? Really?
hey, internet? Why are you so weird?
Like, you can have your theory of like who you think they would end up with, but like don't ship them.
Yeah, that's really disturbing.
Yeah.
Also, the kindergartners again.
Also, Jimmy Jr.'s dad was at the Capitol riot, so
What?
the voice actor was
Oh.
at least. Oh my gosh! I just saw Guru Kid.
Oh,
There he is.
look, there he is in the window.
Oh!
Okay, so Guru Kid was 100% talking to this other kid.
Yeah, it's in his wiki.
And
This kid
then-
is
yeah.
his friend he hangs out with.
Did I read that?
Yeah, you said he hangs out with some kid named James or something.
Oh, I have no recollection of
Okay,
saying
so-
that. Whatever.
Yeah, let's finish our recap. Of
Let's
this
finish our
episode. We just gotta
recap
talk
because
about
this
it.
is already running too long. He begins telling a story. Why did I drink a Monster? He was in the basement spying on his brother and his girlfriend watching TV.
As you do.
As you do when you want to see some hot action.
Yep.
Something came over Joey. Could have made better choice of words there. As he puts
Jeez.
his,
Oh.
as he puts his arm over his girlfriend and they kiss, which scars Bush, causing a white streak to appear in his hair. The other kids don't believe Butch and he insists that it happened and that Joey liked it.
So, why was he spying on his brother watching a
Because
movie?
he wanted to see some hot action. There's no other explanation.
Okay, well,
I kinda.
I
No,
mean-
you know what I bet it was?
I want to bet that he actually screamed when that happened. So they're having this intimate moment, and maybe they were going to go further. Who knows? It doesn't say how old they were. So I'm going to be less suggestive.
They could have kissed more.
Yes.
Yeah.
gone for a
That's all
second
that would
one.
have happened. But like they're about to have this intimate moment, and then they just hear "Ah!" from behind the TV.
And you know that older brother was about to just
Wow.
beat the crap out of.
mhm.
This person
Bush, yeah.
shared their plush collection of all the characters.
That's
What? In the wiki?
Yeah, Mikey looks like a suburban mom.
Oh, jeez.
no. You gotta say that. Mikey looks like a suburban mom. He kind of does in the show.
the plush even more so.
Oh my gosh.
Where he's got like the like shortcut frizzy blonde hair and just like a really wide waist and a white
Hey,
t-shirt.
Jimmy's back.
Jimmy's back, everybody.
So, let's bear in mind what we just saw. There's like aliens actually exist in the universe of Recess,
Yeah.
and I feel like they never do anything with that.
Oh my gosh.
Third
That's
Street
sad.
for life.
People
folks.
have like their full wiki bios.
Wait, what?
That's a thing.
What do you? Yeah, what?
Hi everyone, my name is blank. I'm not gonna dox them. And I've been a fan of Recess. Okay. I
Good
joined
for
fandom
you.
in December and when I was on the Flintstones wiki. At first I didn't improve the edits very well, but in a couple months after I joined the Recess wiki, I became very active and improved the edits to myself. I later became successful. I became successful as I became an admin in August of 2019
What?
and a bureaucrat in May of 2020?
What the heck does that mean?
okay, any community where bureaucrat is higher than admin, that's true, 100% in my experience. But B, that's a weird community.
Yeah.
Under her dislikes is enemies, being replaced, heights, spiders, confusions, fighting, etc.
Being
Replaced.
Somebody replace her, really quick. Hurry.
Oh
Do you
my
think if you
god.
replace anything, she gets upset?
I'm gonna.
Oh, you just like
Oh
a
wow,
plant
there's
dies
only.
and you like replace it with a
Yeah.
new one and she starts crying.
You replace the water cooler at work, she freaks out.
Is she the only person
On this wiki.
that?
The only one.
She's
She
the only,
made it.
the only bureaucrat that has any user info, really.
That's because
Nope. This person has a lot more.
people on the internet. Why? Why would you have user bio information on
On the
fandom?
recess wiki?
It's so weird. Why would you put your dislikes? That's even weirder. Also, clearly, this individual could not have been in this episode that's we're showing right now.
What are we talking about again?
Oh, we're
I
talking
forgot.
about the experiment. We're talking about the
The
experiment.
weird ass recess wiki.
Honestly, we
Butch
should
tells
just-
them that the future is all kissing, and the other kids are grossed out. The kids tell Spinelli and Gretchen that they're equally skeptical. They go to play dodgeball, and Spinelli gets distracted and hit in the face. TJ gets spooked by some girls in class, the Ashleys. Cut to lunch, and Gretchen zones out. That's about it. Cut back to recess, and everyone is shooketh.
Oh yeah, I love that. She just freaked out by the future. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
She just has
I mentioned
anxiety.
this last
Yeah.
time we recorded, but like we had like all of our theories about how babies are made. None of them were accurate, of course. And like it was all like, oh, I don't want to do that with girls. When it was mostly like, you gotta kiss for 30 minutes straight or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean technically that's
Maybe,
not.
yeah.
Well, technically that's not false.
Yeah, like
You don't
technically.
not have to. You certainly can.
It's not.
That won't make the baby,
Yeah,
but that may be associated with
it may help
said.
you. It may help set the mood.
I think this is in the Disney Plus order because this
Yeah,
is
it
that
is.
episode.
It 100% is.
Weird.
Oh, these guys.
We're in the
Best
union.
characters in the whole show.
Yes.
Right.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Gretchen suggests an experiment to test the whole kissing thing. They decide to draw straws to decide who'll do the kissing. The short straws are drawn by TJ and Spinelli. At TJ's home, he says goodbye to his childhood, and Spinelli starts breaking things in her room. The next day, TJ tries to get out of it, and Spinelli is chained to a chair with a chain.
With a
Both
chain,
are getting
yeah.
a full makeover. They go out to the playground and conduct an experiment, and they hear a mysterious giggling, not coming from the kindergartners hiding in the trash, where they belong. And then they find out every kid at school is hiding watching. Turns out all the kids read that it was happening. They try to reschedule, but Randall immediately rats on them when they were going to reschedule. They decide to do it right then and there. And after a drum roll, they kiss. Both are grossed out by it. They all decide to go to class, and they laugh about it as Timmy is brought back from the alien ship to the playground.
Because apparently they.
Oh, I
just
thought it
gave
was
him a ride.
Jimmy.
Yeah, no, Timmy. I may have gotten that wrong.
I gotta bring this up from last time.
No, you don't. Actually, you can if you want to, but you don't have to.
I was gonna say that TJ looks like a Trump
Frasier.
kid.
Oh,
Remember?
Yeah, he looks like he looks like a young
yeah.
When
Eric.
they dress him up, he looks like
Like
young
right
Eric
here,
Trump.
right here. We should be able to.
Well, Trump Jr.
Oh wait, no, this is
No,
a different
we
episode.
moved on
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Let me turn the captions on.
again. Yeah.
I'm a
Also,
chump.
I'm willing to bet that both Spinelli and TJ are gay, and
And then the writers just forgot.
oh, okay, no. This was made in the '90s. No, the writers were never gonna do that. The writers were
Or
never gonna make
maybe,
it
I
gay.
mean, this is also the 90s, so the kids maybe just didn't realize that about
true.
themselves yet.
Yeah, I bet that's it.
Yeah.
Death of the author. And
As,
everything, like we're allowed to interpret.
As a straight boy, I don't know what the timetable is on realizing
I think
if
it's
you're
different
gay.
for everybody.
Yeah, it's different for
That's-
everybody,
that's
but I don't know if
The
it
vibe I've picked
if
up.
it happened, if it can happen in elementary school. I'm sure.
I bet it-
I'm sure
I
it
bet.
has. I mean, and most of the people that I knew didn't have any sort of feelings towards any sort of gender at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like I was an early bloomer in that case. Am I going to tell this story?
I feel like we've
Maybe.
been low on it.
I knew that I liked girls from like kindergarten.
Wow.
When everyone else was still like cooties, like I knew I liked girls from that early on. And like when we'd be in the library, I'd go to like the history books and look up the dirty pictures that were like historical art.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I really liked Little Mermaid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, is that why I like gingers? I feel like I've had this realization before. Yeah, it's because of Little Mermaid.
Oh shoot.
Whenever I play a female character in a game, and there's character creation, she'll invariably have red hair.
Play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You don't even have to.
Yo,
change
I'm
anything.
waiting for it to come out.
I'm finally gonna get to play.
I'm
this
gonna
game, so I'm
actually
excited.
play it. I've never
Yeah.
played it before.
Same. I'm excited.
Moment of the episode.
For that one,
Mine is when Spinelli finds the monkey, and then she just throws it against the wall.
Yeah. I liked when the kid is hiding behind the TV, trying to watch his older brother get some.
mine is when Gretchen.
We have
just,
so less of a filter this episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Mine is when Gretchen just has an anxiety attack.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It is just like
she
the future.
That's what it is. She
She's
like
just
has a panic attack and just like zones out. That's exactly what that
I
feels
bet
like.
it's not even
Don't
about
you-
the whole boy-girl thing. I bet it's just the future.
Just she gets an existential dread.
She seems
Yeah.
like the sort who would. Like, she's so... Yeah, she would.
This chair just sucks. Nothing I
Why?
can do about it.
What happened to it?
It's like too far forward and your butt ends up like on the seam there. Unless you
Oh.
like lean back in it, which I guess I can if I want to look unprofessional.
Yeah, I mean, this is an unprofessional show.
What?
We just talked about the wiki for like 16 minutes.
It was a fun 16 minutes.
It was.
I guess we're on the next episode.
Well, they wrote there's a book version of the experiment. Why?
That's so weird. Hey, Disney, you've made some weird choices over the years. Was Michael Eisner in charge at this point?
Yeah, it was.
Hey.
It was the 90s.
Mike, this is weird, dude.
Is this does that to do the name Splash Mountain?
Someone asked, I don't own this book, so if anyone does, differences
Oh.
between the episode and book are appreciated. What if I say something
Say
that's
to
like
confirm Spinelli is gay.
Yeah, like it's like in the book they confirm Spinelli is gay. That will get me kicked off the wiki. That will get me kicked off the wiki.
I love how they have Stitch just dance across the screen right now.
You're like
Yeah.
and then I could just like Photoshop up a line from the book, and then it's like, and Spinelli said, "Actually, I don't like boys." See? And then they'll be like, "Disprove me. Go ahead, find a copy."
You should.
I guarantee you, someone will reread their book.
100%.
Yeah, and they'll take a picture and be like, nowhere in here.
Somebody 100% owns one of those. Like,
That
you think,
chick that
you
we
think
found.
that'll make them come out the woodwork instead of an admin asking for someone to show the book?
yeah. Yeah.
They're more likely to come from me saying
Yes.
that Spinelli's gay.
Dude, this clearly has a deeply hardcore fan base.
Yeah.
Weirdly, 100% they will come for you.
In the book, it confirms Spinelli's gay. Okay, The Great Jungle Gym Standoff.
The only good
I can't with this show anymore. It's like I'm going out of my mind.
We are. Collective.
Recess begins and everyone races to the top of the playground. Tob, my goodness, Collins, were you drunk when you typed this up?
How many monsters
Old
did you
Rusty.
have? When you
Right
wrote
now,
this?
when I wrote this,
Old Rusty, and there's like a.
I'm still,
There's a
I
foot.
am still
Oh,
on a
that's
almost
right.
exclusively water diet because I get kidney stones.
Yeah.
There's a for this old.
But I have ADHD, which means I'm like buzzed constantly. Sometimes.
There's a in the show apparently there's a whole foot between where you stand and where you slide, so you have to
gotta
jump
jump,
onto the
yeah.
slide. You can't just slide.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
This is like a Title I school. They do not have the resources to have an actually good jungle gym.
Yeah. They're like, if you die, that's just one less kid we have to pay for.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I never saw the appeal of an old rusty playground. We always wanted the
Why
new and
wouldn't
great
you
stuff.
want
Like there was always rumors of a new playground.
Oh yeah.
Principal Prickly arrives and has some guys take off the playground. He tells them that they are getting a new playground as soon as Old Rusty is torn down. The kids are torn up about the news. They reminisce about all the injuries over time and how long it's been there. They flash back through time periods to the beginning of time. T-Day mentions this is where all the kids first met each other in kindergarten. Everyone but TJ goes inside as he plays on it one last time. Gotta say, be careful with your lobs. The episode that Cody was on, he accidentally, it's not his fault, was breathing straight into the mic whenever he looked down. So I would be like, you know, this is some good audio. Then all of a sudden, like,
Oh no.
I will
just
do
because
my
it
best.
was placed perfectly where he was breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh
so
boy.
unfortunately, a few things that he said had to be cut out just because it was just. Brrr. I hate audio. I hate it so much.
Audio's the worst.
Oh, those are the Ashleys.
With the
And that kid is going ham on the
Gosh.
fountain. He's like eating the water.
so weird. He's like one of the you know.
Why is he so tall?
He's a 5th grader.
Are those tiki masks in the background?
They're something offensive.
Oh,
Oh.
they're kindergarten stuff, so probably is.
Are those the Ashleys?
Yeah, this is when the Ashleys are introduced. Surprisingly diverse crowd, but you know, this show has the Guru kid, so it loses any points it would get for diversity. Maybe. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, I'd say.
Yeah.
Wait, there's 4? I thought there was 3.
Don't you wonder like?
Oh my gosh, they're scary.
Don't you wonder like?
What is happening?
They're bullying
This
him.
is an episode we never watched.
I don't want to
Well,
watch
we
this
both
one.
watched it, right?
Yeah, we all watched it.
Okay. I was gonna say, don't you wonder how like adults when this was airing, how they saw this show? Like, don't you wonder if like adults were like we actively
I think for
hate
the
this?
most
If they
part,
actively watched the clock to see if it was like time
Yeah.
to turn off the TV.
I think yeah, for the most part they observed the show. They didn't watch it. Like they just
Yeah,
turned
but,
their
like-
brains off,
You know how like some parents like
let the TV raise their kids.
I mean that, but also like how some parents like hate like certain shows that their kids watch. Like they.
Oh yeah,
just
I
can't
wasn't
stand
allowed to
it.
watch SpongeBob or The Simpsons.
Right,
Simpsons that
Yeah, that was a little bit different.
but SpongeBob, no, I wasn't allowed to watch it.
but like I bet that there were parents who like hated this show.
Oh, I bet. Or teachers that hated it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, they're children. Don't ship them. What is?
He said, "Oh,
we're.
Does he have hiccups? Is that the deal? I'm really glad it got really poor resolution.
I'm drinking around and they sucked
I swiped my harmonica.
Oh.
Swipe or no swiping?
Or no swiping. Oh, hey, Kim Possible.
Oh my
On
gosh.
the screen.
That was so
Impossible.
perfect.
Some winners from last week's Kim Possible
competition.
competition.
Oh yes.
You know what?
Melissa Tran. They're freaking doxing all of these kids.
Thomas
It
Kimber,
was a different
Mary
time.
Carrie
Karen,
This was back
Kennedy.
in the 90s.
Callum Jones.
Yeah.
Callum Jones.
Wait, he's fat
Oh.
now?
I am writing that down. That's a superhero name.
That is.
Callum
You know what?
Jones.
I'm just gonna say it.
Like Maxwell Adams.
Yeah. You know what? Kim Possible is a superior show to this in every way.
I don't think that's a hot
Never
take.
watched it, but I completely agree.
Hey, That's a different jungle gym than in the previous episode.
No, because remember they rebuilt it.
That's a different
We're
jungle
not-
gym than even the one.
Okay,
that they were
construction
tearing down.
workers show up after school and see TJ and old Rusty. We are so odd. We're even worse this time than last
We
time.
are.
Yeah.
He refuses to come down, and the construction workers leave. Finster comes out and demands TJ come down, but he still refuses. Mike and the other kids climb on his wall out of protest, followed by several other kids. The construction workers can't tear it down, and all the kids start singing Kumbaya, and the teachers debate what to do. So I'll briefly touch on this, how I think that this episode is genius, because it introduces kids to the concept of unions and protest.
Civil rights.
And
yeah.
civil rights, maybe.
Non-peaceful or non-violent.
Non-violent protest, yes.
Non-peaceful
Like
is different.
the kids begin a protest by doing a sit-in, essentially. And then we have the construction workers be like, we had a union meeting, we can't tear the
yeah.
thing
While
down with the
kids are on it.
While kids are on it.
We
used
can't
to be
kill
able to.
kids.
Can't do that anymore.
The construction workers
All it
are
takes is
the
one
best
dead
part
kid.
Yeah.
of this show. They show up in this one episode,
What
and
is
they're awesome.
happening?
They had Gus like chain spread eagle on the merry-go-round.
What?
And we're just spinning it.
Oh, in this?
Yes.
Wow.
You weren't paying attention, but yeah,
Where?
100%.
Effing
They
him
were
up.
just like torturing
Skin
this
a kid. You like like the principal is giving him candy?
This show is full of bad admins, and
No, the wiki is full of bad admin.
that too. Hey,
If I get another comment room, maybe I should make a paste on the
Also,
on the homepage
we
being
forgot-
like, I've been bullied on this wiki.
we forgot to mention there's a whole line where somebody's like, last one in the jungle gym has to give Finster a sponge bath, and Randall
Says that's my
Randall
job.
the rat is like, no, that's my job. That's
I do know how to make a.
Is that on the wiki?
I do know how to make an interior of a book page in Photoshop look realistic, so I could.
Go to the wiki for Randall. I want to see if they talk about the sponge bath.
I'll make a comment about it.
somebody
Okay.
get Frasier. I think they tried to do Freud
Frasier.
on this show. I think they're trying.
Dude,
this,
is that?
this looks like a psychologist. Hang on.
Oh,
not
it's
that
because
guy.
he's not talking. Like the Ashleys like told him to like not say anything or
Oh.
they'll give his thing back. Yeah, they stole his harmonica and he has to be silent. Oh, and then they'll give it back.
So weird.
So Randall Weems.
It's dumb.
Oh my gosh, Randall and Finster have a special relationship. Despite that, she's been shown to punish him.
No, you
Ew,
can't.
why do you say it like that? Ah!
Collins. Why?
Spinelli often threatens or attacks him.
He's one of those kids who just needs to be punched just once. And that will definitely change their outlook.
It just
on life.
happens to be the teacher who does it.
Oh no.
He gives.
Oh shoot! Are you gonna put this?
Finster would treat Randall like General Grievous treats Ballard.
I don't know how I feel that
Has
he
he-
Gives
canonically
Finster
gives
sponge
Finster
bath.
sponge baths.
See, they can't come after you for that one. That's canon, people. Watch this be the episode that gets the most hits, and it's all from these very dedicated fans. And
Oh,
we're
all the
just
wiki
tearing
people are
into-
Oh my
watching
gosh, if
this?
one of the wiki people DM me, be like, go hop on Where Streams Come True, where we expose the wiki.
Yeah, and we're just going crazy, trashing the people on this wiki.
This needs to be a new just feature of the podcast as I go to whatever wiki is
Yes.
associated.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Finster demands that they use force, but the principal decides to reason with them before they use Plan P. So, union negotiating. Principal tries to sell them on the new set, I should say, but they refuse again. He immediately gets hostile to the kids after being turned down once. TJ describes the merits of the gym, and the heck no, we won't go chant begins. The principal then tells Finster to call the kids' parents. The parents are also nostalgic about the gym and are against tearing it down. All the parents then join on top of the jungle gym, and Finster realizes there's nothing they can do. Gretchen warns there are too many people. I'm like super back and forth with my tenses here. I think that's part of the problem. The playground collapses under the weight of all the protesters. The construction workers show up and have to rebuild Old Rusty into New Rusty, cut to 2097, and kids are still playing on New Rusty. End of episode. Moment of the episode, we had a meeting. That's mine.
Dang, that was good. That was a good
You
moment.
stole like the only really good one, which is that line.
Oh, I have a moment.
Oh my gosh,
So
Junior
there's-
ROTC.
No, I think there's some.
Oh my gosh!
Oh man, I think
Is
they are.
Gustav all about it?
No.
That's his big brother.
These guys look disturbingly.
Oh.
Ah!
These guys look disturbingly
Ah!
like those orange sashes.
Why is Mikey so
and
scary?
The officer uniforms are giving these kids a look
Ah!
that I don't want to say what it reminds me of.
It reminds me of the Boy Scouts from Camp Camp.
That's not what I was gonna say.
We should watch
Oh,
Camp
that was
Camp.
fake.
That'd
I
be
didn't
great.
even know that.
They killed Safety Stan.
Oh no, safety stand. My favorite moment was when the teacher, whatever her name is,
Finster?
Finster
Finster.
gets a sponge bath on
No,
camera.
no.
Oh,
Ew! Ah!
Ew!
No, so there's a point where she comes up to the playground. What's his name?
TJ?
TJ, yeah. She comes up to TJ and she's like, "What are you doing now, you little pervert?"
She basically does say that.
And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I think
Oh
mine.
shoot.
I think mine has to be. Finster just like immediately demanding that they just tear down the playground. There's a kid on there. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
Maybe so. There's a page for the book version of the Great Jungle Gym Standoff. It has no comments. I kind of want to comment and say, does anyone have this book? I lost mine, but I do remember it had a scene where Finster gets a sponge bath.
Oh, it's so good.
Then just like do a photoshopped like in her picture of just like the like neck up of Finster inside of a bathtub with just like bubble
And Randall. Yeah.
and Randall there holding a sponge.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Oh my gosh, this wiki is gonna hate me so much.
Look, you know what?
Man.
You got to be hated by somebody in your life, right?
Does this book elaborate on Randall giving Finster a sponge bath? I'm really interested in that subplot.
There's some dynamics there that.
Oh shoot.
Hi. Okay.
Is that the 4th episode? Are we done with this?
We're done.
Oh,
Everyone
good.
go home. No. Rank the film. So we already ranked this last time. So we're gonna just hold to that unless anyone has any wild things.
I don't.
No.
Where
It's real bad.
we ranked it at number 21, below Len DePaw and above Marvel Battle World Mystery of the Thanos Stones.
Above that? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because Marvel Battle World, there's just not much to it. We got less laughs out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Film information and statistics. I'm going to rapid fire this. The Break-In and The New Kid were written by Joe and Solobaher and Paul Germain. The Experiment was written by Joe and Solobaher and Paul Germain and Lisa Kite. The Great Jungle Gym Standoff was written by Joe and Solobaher, Paul Germain, and Joseph Purdy. The Break-In was directed by Chuck Sheets and Paul Germain. The New Kid was directed by Paul Germain. The Experiment and The Great Jungle Gym Standoff were directed by Chuck Sheets. The Break-In was released August 31st, 1997. The New Kid, September 13th the same year. The Experiment, December 20th. And The Great Jungle Gym Standoff, December 13th. Runtime of each episode is 23 minutes. IMDb score, 7.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomato scores, none. Bechdel test, hard fail. Or just normal fail. Cult test, yes, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kindergartners are their own cult.
Now it is time to spin the wheel. This week's wheel is submitted via email by Ukpabi M and is the female leads, and we will be spinning it live on the show as per the ritual. So whatever was spun last week is ignored because it needs to be on the show.
Yes.
So go spin it again.
Okay.
Yell out yeet when you do so.
Yeet!
Okay, I have no idea what this is. Amy, 1981.
Is it live action?
This is going to be from
Was
the
it a
80s.
cartoon?
I could look it up on here.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
Well, just look it up on Google.
I'm looking it up on this. Okay, Amy.
What do you mean?
Oh, an inspiring drama about about a woman who flees her wealthy but domineering husband to take a job as a teacher in a backwoods school for the deaf.
Oh boy.
That does not sound like it's going to be a fun movie to
And-
watch.
It sounds like it's going to be depressing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an hour and 39 minutes.
This is not going to be a lighthearted laughs.
A poignant and
gore.
inspiring drama about a young woman who flees her wealthy but domineering husband to teach. As Amy enters this world without sound, she teaches the deaf children to speak, and in return they teach her to love. Oh no! Oh no! It's about freaking speech therapy?
Oh,
Or what is
boy.
it called? What is it called? Where they refuse to teach the kids sign language. And yeah. And it's like super bad for the kids psychologically.
Oh man.
I'm stunned that I'm not.
Oh, I'm
stunned because
gonna
it's
hate
released.
this so much.
This is really bad.
It's so bad. I've only taken one semester of ASL, but my teacher was deaf and had us learn all about deaf culture and stuff, and about like eugenics and all that, and how like mentally bad it is, because you're essentially stunting the kid
Yeah.
because they can't really
You're
learn to talk
forcing them
effectively.
to behave a certain way.
Yeah.
It's-
And you're
Like-
limiting, whereas they could be learning to speak very easily with ASL
Mm-hmm.
or any other sign language, and then expand their learning there. They spend so long learning to to speech read, and to try and mimic the and like, yeah, oh my gosh,
Was
and
it
and on the thumbnail it shows her doing the thing where she takes the deaf kid's hand and puts it up to her mouth and then talks like they're supposed to like sense the vibrations and then learn how to talk it.
Was this a Disney movie or a Fox movie?
This feels like a Fox movie. Let me look it up on IMDb. Ooh.
We're gonna derail to talk about this movie before they've even watched it. I'm not gonna be here next episode. These two are, and we're just gonna derail to talk about this.
Found another movie called Amy, which is a documentary musical.
About the making of Amy?
To teach
Or-
deaf children how to speak.
Archival footage and
Be-
personal testimonies present an intimate portrait of the life of the career of British singer-songwriter
Nope, that's
Amy
not it.
Winehouse.
I wish we were watching that.
It's rated R, so
Oh.
it's definitely
She
not on
taught
Disney
them to
Plus.
speak. They taught her to love.
Who? What company? Miramax?
Oh,
Who
what
done
company?
did it?
That's the reason I was looking here. Completely got distracted. Where does it say
I
that?
have no idea.
Where does it say that on IMDb?
Produced by some.
Oh,
no.
view production. Okay, oh, that's on IMDb Pro.
Seriously?
Yeah, IMDb Pro.
IMDb Pro.
Okay,
the most
Amy.
useless thing.
Amy,
imaginable.
1981. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be just livid the entire time I watch this. I swear.
I'm gonna tune in next time for Rage-Induced Collins.
Rage-induced Collins. That. Yeah, I
Depressed
will have to
Cameron.
preface that I, of course, am not a part of the deaf community, so I can only speak from my knowledge. I'm not going to try and speak for the deaf community, but at least from what I know, this is intensely problematic. Okay, Wikipedia. I think it is just called speech therapy. Production company, Walt Disney.
Good job, Walt.
Walt was dead, but he would have signed off on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know he would have.
100%.
Yeah, he
yeah.
would have.
Good old Walt. Freaking maniac. I'm gonna go home.
I've been getting into Defunctland. Defunctland.
Oh, I love Defunct Lands.
And it's
Defunctland.
fascinating because there's some.
I'm
stuff.
gonna message my ASL professor and see if he has any opinions on the film, so I
Do
can
it.
get some actual.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely do that.
Yeah, I'll do that because I'd like to hear his take on it. Cause like when we watched a documentary about that, like not a documentary, we watched a movie where like there's a deaf kid and his parents tried doing speech therapy with him first, and it's soul crushing, so bad. And then like they finally teach him ASL, and the kid just lights up because he can finally communicate. And it's like this whole super ableist thing of treating ASL like some sort of
That's so
animalistic thing, and
that's so sad.
that you can cure deafness if you don't teach them ASL, but if you teach them ASL, then they'll never be able to hear, like some magically. So anyway, I'm gonna stop. Thanks, female leads, for giving us a problematic movie.
I think I would have preferred the other one.
You know what we got? Frozen?
Yeah,
Well, the wheel decided.
I know.
It needs to be on the full episode, I think. That's a rule that I just made up right now because it's the only time we've had to re-record. But it's not the first time we've re-rolled a real wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, if you like this show, please review us on iTunes or whatever podcast service you can use to listen to and share it with your friends. You can send your reviews or comments to WhereStreamsComeTrue@gmail.com. Did I?
Jumail?
Yeah, it sounded like I said Gmail, didn't it?
WhereStreamsComeTrue@gmail.com.
We are also on at Studio76WSET on Twitter. You can submit a wheel such as a category or search term on Disney+. Yeah, send us deaf protagonists. Oh, wait, it's probably just this movie.
I bet. Until we get Hawkeye.
Yeah, because Hawkeye's going to have Echo in it. Okay, cool.
Is she going to be a hero, though?
Yeah, Echo's a good guy.
Good.
She's Native American. She's deaf.
That's
and
awesome.
I don't know what her powers are.
Every time she speaks, there's an echo. It's just
I mean,
very
technically,
annoying.
every time anyone speaks, there's an echo.
Technically, what is sound, but...
She only hears
What is
the
sound, even?
echo.
She was also Ronin in comics. She was Ronin before Hawkeye was.
Before Keanu Reeves
Martial
was
artist,
Ronin.
highly skilled acrobatic,
Nice.
and she has
That
photographic
was a good
reflexes.
Photographic reflexes?
Same thing that Taskmaster
What
has.
is-
Oh!
Taskmaster.
That's awesome.
Where if you
Oh!
see someone do something, you can perfectly replicate
That's so cool.
it. Anyway, that's it for the show. We're on Anchor.fm, where that's where streams come true if you want to submit your voice.
No.